Thanks for tuning in to the Women's Vibrancy Code, a podcast dedicated to helping women move from exhausted to energized, balance their hormones, and feeling turned on by their life, their lover, and themselves. I'm your host, Maraya Brown. I'm a Yale and functional medicine trained women's health expert, midwife, mom, keynote speaker, and self-made entrepreneur. I'm the founder of my signature program, the Women's Vibrancy Code. So sit back, relax, and let's chat about your energy, hormones, libido, and embracing your feminine power. Oh, and you might want to have pen and paper to take some notes on some of these episodes. Welcome back to the Women's Vibrancy Code podcast. I'm Maraya Brown, and today we're tackling an issue that so many of us deal with, but rarely discuss openly. Let's talk about gas, bloating, constipation, and the often overlooked connection to our hormones and, of course, our gut. I just had a conversation with a client today, actually, and he was saying, I can't eat salad. It upsets my belly. Well, my friend, this is not normal, okay? We are meant to be able to eat a wide variety of produce, both raw and cooked. So whether you're feeling constantly bloated, dealing with irregular bowel movements, or finding that your digestive system just isn't what it used to be, I want you to know that while these symptoms are common, it does not mean that they're normal. There's a big difference. So in today's episode, I'm going to dive into the various factors that could be contributing to these uncomfortable symptoms, including your gut microbiome, hormones, and even your immune system. I'll also share some simple strategies that might help, but more importantly, I want to emphasize why it's crucial to test before you take action, and I'll let you know what I believe is the best test on the marketplace. So don't just make assumptions about what's going on in your body. Get the answers you need and get a personalized plan, right? So let's start by understanding that these digestive issues are often a sign of something deeper going on, and it's time to start paying attention. So first, let's talk about gut microbiome and digestive issues. If you're experiencing gas, bloating, or constipation, sometimes even diarrhea or IBS, it's very likely that there's an imbalance in your gut bacteria, also known as dysbiosis. This imbalance can lead to a range of digestive issues, including feeling like you're sensitive to foods, always being bloated without understanding why, and even needing to drink coffee just to have a bowel movement. I understand how uncomfortable it can be to be constipated or bloated. We don't feel comfortable in our clothes. We feel toxic, sluggish. It's not a fun feeling. And it's important to know that these symptoms don't necessarily mean that you're allergic or sensitive to the foods that you're eating. It might just be pointing to an underlying issue with your gut microbiome. So whether it's an overgrowth of yeast, certain bacteria, or even the presence of parasites, these imbalances can wreak havoc on your digestion. I've even had clients that feel like they have to clear their throat often, or they're losing their voice, and we've been able to track it back to a gut dysbiosis. And if you're an individual that really requires your voice in order to be delivering your service in the world or serving the people that you serve, that could be just a hidden nugget for you to explore. So the GI map is the best test on the market to assess what's really happening in your gut. My team and I can order this test for you, interpret the results, and give you a clear plan so that you can understand what's going on. From there, we help to tailor it specifically to your needs, right? For some, they say, I don't want to take capsules. I only want things that I can drink, or I'm willing to make these adjustments to my nutrition. We've got you. But let's first get the data and not make assumptions, okay? Before I jump into specific solutions, I want to remember, like I said, it's crucial to test first, okay? Don't shoot a dart in the dark. You wouldn't try to fix your car without diagnosing the problem first, and your body deserves the same level of care. Okay. Second, I said I was going to talk about hormones, and hormones do really influence our digestion. As your estrogen and progesterone levels change, whether due to your menstrual cycle, perimenopause, menopause, postpartum, pregnancy, right? Your digestion can be affected in ways you might not expect, okay? These hormonal fluctuations can contribute to bloating, constipation, even symptoms of IBS. For instance, when estrogen levels are high, it can lead to water retention and bloating. On the other hand, low progesterone levels can slow down your digestive system, making constipation more likely. Think about pregnancy. It slows down our digestive motility because it's a high progesterone state, and many women end up more constipated. Okay, these changes are completely natural, but that doesn't mean they have to be a source of discomfort. Okay, I want you to notice that I mentioned low progesterone slowing down your digestive system, and how ironic that also super elevated progesterone levels can do the same. Okay, so it's nuanced. And once again, if you want to test first from a hormonal standpoint, I think the best test on the marketplace is called the Dutch Plus test. That way we can look at your hormones, we can look at your adrenal function, and also what your body does with those hormones, as well as something called your organic acids. It's also worth mentioning that these hormonal changes can further exacerbate any underlying gut dysbiosis, creating an even more vicious cycle where digestive issues and hormonal imbalances feed off of each other. So that's why it's so important to address both your gut health and your hormones together, rather than treating them as separate issues. From a functional medicine approach, we're also looking at your adrenals, we're looking at your thyroid, right? These organ systems and organs don't exist in a silo. So for most of the women that I work with, we're ordering a Dutch Plus test, a GI map, and a comprehensive thyroid panel, sometimes other tests as well. And then you have a team of me and my team dietitian. It's what we specialize in, to really know these tests, interpret them with a comprehensive assessment, to know both qualitative and quantitative pieces around your lifestyle and what other symptoms are you experiencing. So again, this is where testing comes in. By understanding both your gut and your hormonal levels, we can create a comprehensive plan to restore balance and get you feeling better. Okay, let's talk about common triggers and some solutions. What can you do in the meantime? Okay, well, testing is the first step, and there are some simple things that you might want to try to support your digestion. So I'm still advocating for reach out to me. Let me get that initial assessment. I have a promotion going on right now where we have a plan that's just like, let's start out with just a 3-month jump start. Let's do that oil change. Look quantitatively at your gut microbiome, your adrenals, and your hormones, and make sure that you have a team to really personalize and interpret it. Okay. And in the meantime, maybe try starting your day with a little bit of lemon water or a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a tall glass of water. Okay. These can both help kickstart your digestive system and improve your body's natural ability to break down food. I don't intend for you to do both. Do one or the other, and do the one that actually tastes the best for you. You might want to consider incorporating digestive enzymes, or do an HCl challenge, hydrochloric acid, in supplement form. These can be especially helpful if you're not producing enough stomach acid to digest your food properly. In the same topic of stomach acid, also don't overdo hydration while you're eating. Okay, you're welcome to hydrate before a meal and after a meal. Obviously, well, not obviously. My ideal is just quality water. Okay, not sodas, not juices. But you don't want to overdo hydration while you're eating, because it dilutes the natural digestive enzymes that your body is producing on its own if you take a sip with each bite. Okay. Now we still have to stay on top of our total hydration for the day. Okay. If you tend towards constipation, I'm a big fan of getting a squatty potty. It's a simple tool that can make a big difference in your bowel movements. It helps align your body in a way that makes passing stool easier and more complete. Also keep in mind fiber. It's essential for regular bowel movements, but it's important to choose the right kind of fiber, okay? Too much insoluble fiber can actually make bloating and constipation worse. So focus on getting a balance of soluble and insoluble fiber in your diet. If you're like, I don't even know what that looks like. As a reminder, me and the team dietitian can give you a personalized plan once we look at your full assessment, including your GI map. Okay. Don't forget about the Bristol stool chart. You can Google it. This chart is a great way to monitor your bowel movements and get a better understanding of what's going on, quote unquote, under the hood. And you'll get to know it's a great way to kind of look at the dirty stuff when you're doing a self-assessment. And then when you're doing the full assessment before you meet with me and the team, we're going to ask you questions around your Bristol stool chart. Okay, so now let's zoom out and talk about the bigger picture a bit. If you're experiencing chronic gas, bloating, constipation, IBS, and you're not addressing it, even heartburn, clearing your throat often, brain fog, not sleeping well, hormonal disturbances, there's so much I could say. You're not just dealing with temporary discomfort, okay? You're potentially setting yourself up for long-term issues that can affect your overall health, okay? Gut dysbiosis doesn't just stay in your gut. It can have a ripple effect throughout your body, impacting your hormones, your immune system, your mood, your brain clarity, and even your ability to absorb nutrients. So now you're paying this extra money for amazing nutrition-dense nutrition, food, and you're paying for all these amazing supplements, but your body's not absorbing them, okay? This can lead to chronic inflammation, fatigue, and a host of other health problems that will only get worse over time if left unaddressed. The good news is that there are great solutions out there. By identifying the root cause of your symptoms, whether it's gut dysbiosis, hormonal imbalances, or something else, you can take the steps needed to restore your health and well-being. You do not have to do it on your own. It does not have to require meal planning and macro counting and all this long extended dieting. Literally within 90 days, me and the team can help you with a strong reboot. Remember, this isn't something you should try to fix on your own, okay? Like I've said, my team and I are here to help you get to the bottom of what's really going on. We'll order the necessary tests for you, interpret those tests, and create a clear, actionable plan to get you back on track. And this does not matter where you live. We have clients in Australia, Europe, Canada, the Caribbean, all over the US, obviously. So I want to validate your discomfort. Okay, if you've been struggling with gas, bloating, constipation, struggling with weight, brain fog, fatigue, sleep disturbances, any of the other symptoms that I've discussed today, know that you're not alone. Okay, these issues are common, but that doesn't mean they're normal. And you deserve to feel spectacular. That's why I call it the Women's Vibrancy Code, or right now I'm launching the Women's Vibrancy Accelerator Trifecta, right? You get to swiftly let me and the team help you. So you're not doing it alone. You're not wasting your time. And you're no longer ignoring the signs your body is giving you, okay? The longer you wait to address these issues, the more they can impact your health in ways you might not even realize. So if you're ready to take control of your health and finally get some answers, reach out my way. Find me wherever you can, wherever you're listening to this. It's Maraya Brown in all the places: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Click on the link down below. You're welcome to apply for a call. Let's create a personalized plan. If you're listening to this before September 18th, please register for Pause, the free event that I'm hosting. Would love to have you, give you some hand holding. Of course, you'll get a workbook. You'll be able to watch the recordings, and we'll come up with a plan. Plus, I'm doing some special discounted pricing too for those of you that like a good deal. Okay. My team and I can order, like I said, the GI map test. If you end up wanting to look at the Dutch Plus test, some blood testing, to look at your hormones and your adrenals and your inflammation, it's nice to get a full picture of what's happening in your body. And once we have those results, we'll work together to create a personalized plan to restore balance and get you feeling your best. Okay, so thank you for joining me today on the Women's Vibrancy Code podcast. I look forward to helping you achieve your optimal health and vitality one step at a time.